Oh, hello. Hi there, Punky. What you doing here? Also, one second. Let me just make the game audio slightly quieter because I think it's a bit too loud, and I don't have settings yet. So I'm doing it through OBS. But yeah, hi there. How y'all doing? Also, hi there, Punky. What you doing? Aren't you on Karen stream? Go on, stay there. Show support to the guy. It's his birthday. Also, by the way, for anybody new here, yeah, Karen is doing a subathon for his birthday right now. So if you want to support him, go ahead, do that. He's a cool guy. So yeah, don't be cheeky. I know you. I know where you're coming from. I'm on 8. How? Wait, are you on 8 streams at once? Oh, buddy. That's a level of ADG I don't even have. Honestly. Holy shit. Although yeah, for anybody kind of, because to be fair, in my case right now in this situation it doesn't really matter to me, but for anybody who knows, who wants to know when it comes to viewership and that kind of thing, from what I know, Twitch only counts 2 streams for viewership, so I'm not sure how exactly all that viewership goes all around in 8 streams. Because I think you're probably just changing the numbers. Not ADG tab management. Yeah, sure. That's also why I say to myself every time, looking at my dozens and dozens and multi like group tabs that I have. So yeah, don't come with that kind of excuse here, because I know it too well. But anyhow, hi there, for anybody new here. I'm Agent Solve, also known as Card. Call me however you prefer, it does not bother me. I'm a vampiric casino owner. Usually around here I like to pick out indie games, talk about like TTRPGs at some point, and hey, check some games that I think are fun, neat, or you know, maybe influential to the game industry, or hey, I want to play with some friends from time to time, that kind of a thing. Currently it's more on the indie side. I got access to the to this game's like playtest version. This is Tailside, a cozy cafe sim. It's a kind of a it's a sim game where you're just playing in this kind of anthropomorphic run cafe by, you know, run by anthropomorphic animals. And you know, it looked fun. I think I was following the dev for a while. I think he basically kind of approached that kind of strategy of like reaching out to streamers in one way or another and basically do that kind of thing. Hey there, fella, how's it going? Hope you have a nice Friday, enjoy yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna check out. I'm not sure how long the playtest is or how much is actually. Oh, it mentions just here. I just read it. Around 20 minutes of gameplay. Peanut at 110%. Damn. Oh right, the petition. I was like, I have the amount. Happy? Yeah, it's fine. Look, hey man, look, I'm not judging it anyway, Buggin. Just do your thing. If you want to be on multiple streams as one to show support, go ahead, do that. Who am I to stop you? It's not my fault that, you know, Twitch is shitty when it comes to the whole metric stuff on multi-streaming, on multi-watch streaming and that kind of shit. So yeah, do your thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing what you're doing. But yeah, from the looks of it, yeah, it's 20 minutes of gameplay, so we'll see how we're gonna do. Because if this game is really that short, oh boy, that's gonna be something. But yeah, also yeah, nice that feeling is at 110%. Just so you know, this is one of those nights in. By that, what do you mean? One of those nights in like because this could be my Balkan ass thinking about it. One of those nights like drinking nights, or one of those. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Yeah, my fucking Balkan ass knew from the start. Well, we're gonna play a cozy cafe game. Maybe that will sober you up somehow. I don't know how. Maybe through the digital spectrum, we can sober up somehow. Maybe through the magics of technology. Yeah, cafe decoration options inside cafe. Yeah, we'll see how exactly we're gonna go along with this game. We're probably also gonna have like small moments of just basically stopping, chatting, that kind of thing, and maybe discuss some stuff about the game. We'll see. Yeah, with the petition stuff, I'm gonna put that discussion a bit on hold. I wanted to discuss about it. I wanted to discuss a bit about it yesterday because I know there's some big people who's some big voices who started showing some opinions and some concerns, which are pretty valid. I'm willing to agree. I just feel like, I don't know, the way kind of the discussion was approached to me, it felt a bit too hostile than it was necessary, in my opinion. Of course, there are faults on both sides, and there are good arguments on both sides, so I can fully understand, and I would like to talk about this topic, but I feel like today, because this is about us playing and playtesting a game, I don't really want to have that discussion overshadowed by this. So we're probably gonna keep it for another time. Maybe tomorrow. But just to clarify my stance on it, all arguments are valid, or concerns and arguments, in my opinion, are valid, and I think all of them are done in good faith. But at the same time, I also have high hopes, and I'm somewhat hopeful and optimistic about the petition, that it will go in a good direction and not necessarily negatively impact the industry. So I'm still supporting the petition. I'm still pro for the petition, even if there are some well-known people in the industry that have basically spoken up kind of against it, with reasonable concern, of course. That's kind of my stance. I'm going to discuss a bit more in detail at another time. Today is about us playing this game, having a bit of fun, chatting and all that kind of thing. So yeah, 1 liter bottle of vodka and 1 liter of liqueur, mint liqueur, okay, and fireball. So sobering me up is a long-going dream. Okay, fair enough. You're way up there. That's fine. I was thinking of having like a coffee, but I basically took it before, considering this is a coffee game about like a coffee shop. But I was impatient and I just took it now before I started. I just drank it. So yeah, that is a thing. Like, I get this point, but I not necessarily aggressive. I think there was, in my opinion, I would say there been maybe stubbornness and kind of unwillingness to kind of look into it. But at the same time, I understand his approach of thinking, because he kind of mentioned it. That hey, if you know, kind of present yourself in a way that feels kind of bullshit, I'm not gonna interact with you, which is totally fine. That's valid. Everybody has their liberty to choose who they want to converse with. I feel like it would have been a lot more healthy and a lot more and better for this entire discussion and this entire movement to basically kind of have this open conversation. And who knows, there might have been some improvements if the bridges were not burned. But yeah. Yeah, I understand, which is also I'm willing. But with the wording of the current petition, again, this is for preface. I have no clue. I have no idea how this works. I barely know how laws work in my own country. Even less so when it comes to like on a full, you know, European Union spectrum, how these things kind of works. But my understanding of it is, what I think, kind of how it works. Once the petition actually is approved, or like, you know, it gets the required numbers, that's kind of when the more in-depth conversation things happen. I feel like there is some leeway, there is some flexibility. To me, it seems kind of ridiculous to be hard set from right now. Like what the talking points mentioned there those are hard set and they cannot be adapted, because literally it's an year before the petition's finishing, it's ending. So it would be kind of odd not being able to kind of be flexible, because many things can happen in a year, especially in this industry changes on a monthly basis depending on what happens. So this kind of a thing would be kind of ridiculous not to kind of adjust and adapt with time. So that's kind of my way of seeing it, at the very least. I might be wrong, because again, I do not know how this thing works. I have no idea. It's a bit too much even for me. Yeah, that's kind of the discussion. And again, this is a bit too in depth right now. I don't get too much into it, which is why I'm equally in agreement with Pirate Software in his discussion and arguments. Because yes, there is this nebulous area where how exactly are we gonna handle it? Because there are certain games and certain products that are a bit weird to regulate under this concept. But yeah, I'll probably have a bit more in-depth in kind of how I see it and how I think of it probably tomorrow. I wanted to discuss about it yesterday, but just lost myself in the sauce discussing about the Mecha Break and how fun that game was. So yeah. But anyhow, I think enough preface and all that kind of stuff. Well, let's also jump into the game while we are discussing. So, welcome to Tailside's first playtest inside the cafe. This preview lets you experience the feel of Tailside and showcase a small part of the gameplay in just a few minutes. Please note that the playtest version cannot be saved, may include bugs, unfinished features, and is created solely for feedback and bug fixing purposes. It may not accurately reflect the final version of the game, which, as any playtest should. It's kind of okay. Grab your coffee, sit back, and let's begin. This will roughly take a 1 coffee break session. So I guess the playtest is pretty short, which is kind of a situation because I don't think I've prepped anything as a backup. And let's remember, it'll be powered by 7-year-olds who don't know what a PDF is. Let's just say, at the very least from my understanding of it, when it comes to the EU side of things, they are a bit more reasonable. I think as even with some other stuff like tech-related laws and regulations that they've done, they usually kind of bring in like certain voices or certain people in the industry that know a bit more about it and can offer an opinion towards it. Like, yeah, them, you know, not having some 70-year-olds that are, you know, detached from current technology advancement, that's not a good idea. But again, once we kind of start discussing things about laws, it's a sacrifice that you have to take no matter what. That some people may not fully understand what you're requesting or asking of, and hopefully there are some voices there that can direct them into a good decision. The way I see it, at this moment, it can start something that can move, like, you know, step by step. I don't think it's gonna be a major change, even if the movement passes. I think it's gonna be more of a smaller change. I don't think we're gonna expect the major ramifications that maybe some people are concerned about or some people expect. It'll be too ambitious even for me to say that. Yes, all of the things we're gonna ask, maybe to a certain side of the industry, maybe some things are gonna be changed, but not to the entire of it. Like, the games are so varied and so diverse that it's weird to, it'd be kind of unexpected. You don't say just look up Finland plus sword and have infinite amount of brain damage. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to see that. I want to keep myself sane. Hey, over here. Okay. Just wanna, let's explore a bit while the upstairs is still under construction. I had to go get out some wood to finish the job, the carpenter. Fair enough, so I guess we're not gonna have access to that. We just explore around. I really like the style, what I've seen so far of it, because I'm also on their Discord. By the way, if you go on the link, I see. I see. Okay, I think this, I'm hoping this is a known bug. I hope. I've not checked the bug fixing section or anything of the sorts, but yeah, but no, I already know what the problem is. They set the boundary to be like literally this this brown box, and they didn't set a boundary for the sprites. Like, yeah, even if you were, let's say, set the boundary here where the hardwood floor would have been, it still would have had the issue that it would have been like here, which still is maybe a bit too close. Who knows? It may be a bit too close to the wall. But yeah, you kind of have to fiddle around either with the boundary of this one or kind of have the code somehow also mess around with this boundary of the actual sprite. So make probably healthcare more individual, increase the ability to choose for customer, decrease cost. In truth, was less individual, less ability to choose, and that's awful. Yeah, no. You're earlier than expected. I just finished cleaning up around here, and I could really use a coffee right now. Speaking of that, why don't we make ourselves some before we continue? Hey, prepared 2 espressos. Espressos, my bad. It's not espresso, it's espresso. The Italians are gonna be mad at me. And it's complicated AF. Ah, yes, making processes complicated needlessly. Yeah. I managed to get a simple coffee making set in here. Oh, okay, I'm guessing. I click. Empty small cup. Oops. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. Oh, I'm probably interacting with these. Ah, I see what the problem is. I have these available as interaction while in the chat it's still available. That's the issue. I'm sure I probably already know how to use it. Just make sure you grind those beans at least 3 times. Okay? Did I mess something up? Hold up. Maybe it needs to reset. Ah, am I doing? Because I'm clicking on it. Oh. Okay, so I think I already made this process that I just didn't realize. Okay, 1 espresso. Espresso, okay. 1, 2, 3. So it's coffee, grinder, cup, and yeah, the order is a bit confusing, and I don't think it clearly it clearly mentions how exactly you should approach this. Oh, and I'll be jumping between different streams, so I drop in and out from time to time. Yeah, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Much better. So I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Toffee, and I'll be helping you settle down here since others are a bit busy with their own work. Oh, don't worry, you'll meet them soon enough. In the meantime, I would like to get to know you better. So tell me, what brings you here out of all places? I've always wanted to run my own cafe. I just wanted to find a peaceful place. Yeah, I wanted to find a peaceful place. I get it. Sometimes life needs that extra bit of warmth and comfort. And a cup of coffee in the right place feels like a warm hug in a mug, doesn't it? This gives me a better idea to make your stay here more welcoming. Speaking of making things welcoming, let's get back to the cafe. I was thinking we can spruce it up a bit. You know, making it a bit more like an actual cafe. Do you mind making another cup of coffee for me while I go grab a few things? Okay. Make another 1, 2, 3 cup coffee. Yeah, the order feels somewhat obvious. I think a quick way, and not really, this is a smart way to do it, to kind of fix this problem, is actually have them ordered in the order of execution. Like you'll have these placed first, and this will be like position second. The cups will be third, and the mocha pot would be the last one. So that way, the game already shows you the order of operations that you should approach it without actually telling you. That would be a simpler way of doing it if it's a bit too complicated to actually, well, not necessarily complicated, but it feels a bit too game breaky to show constantly like UI interfaces and that kind of thing. If you like to keep it simple. Which also, by the way, I'm gonna consider that this is a playtest. I'm gonna talk about it, what I think of it from time to time, and how I think some things could be fixed or got made better, or at least help out. As that's kind of the point of this playtest, and I would like to also have it kind of on the record here mentioned. Oh, new build mode. Items. We got a table and 3 types of chairs. Okay. I grabbed a few things from my storage. It's nothing fancy, but good for a start. Wanna place them around, see how it looks. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. With build a mode, I just basically kind of get this. Okay. Oh, I don't have access to these. Fair enough. So let me. Yeah, let's have a table here. Kind of have a bit of privacy. Oh, you can rotate the items. Sure. Actually, no. A different idea. Can I place them on the counter here? I'm guessing there'll be some things here that will be part of the game that don't necessarily allow you to do it. Oh. Yeah, the positioning is not as precise as I would like it. But again, that's just some polished things. But it does kind of annoy me that it feels like it's not necessarily angle perfect. I feel like I'm doing it like pixel perfect and it's annoying me right now, but hey. Place some table and all of the chairs. I don't know, at the same time it feels not have it here. Why not have? Let's have them here for some reason. Like I feel like a few of them on the counter would be nice. Just gonna have this place to also have a bit of discussion. Maybe, hey, if you feel like just stay on the counter and having a coffee. Now we can actually start feeling like we're in a cafe. It does need more improvements, but we'll get to that later. And don't worry, I'll give you some coins for all this coffee making. Since the cafe isn't open yet, let's pretend I'm a regular customer coming back for more. Hey. Okay, there is nothing else to. Okay, I'm guessing I'm making another one. Task, reach level 3. Oh, I see. So every time I make a coffee, I get a there we go. So I need to make you get like what, 10 XP per coffee. Must have been a barista in a past life. It took me a few days to learn to make a proper espresso while helping the previous cafe owner. Honestly, out of all the things here, I think like making an espresso in a mocha pot is probably, maybe I'm oversimplifying it, who knows, or maybe I just don't realize how the complexity of it, I'm just maybe fumbling it. But with a mocha pot, I think it's probably the most easiest ways to do it, in my opinion. At the very least, my biggest problem when it comes to coffee, and whenever I try to make coffee without is measuring. I have because I don't know how much coffee to put in some stuff, because I remember like making actually like pot coffee, because you know mocha pots have like a specific recipe in that where you just pour the coffee there. It's quite obvious to how much you have to put it and just dump it there and be done with it. It's a lot easier for my ass who just has to guess sometimes how much do I put, because I don't have any kind of fucking like one of those like kitchen what the fuck why I cannot think of the word right now of it. Oh, I can make a cappuccino. like one of those like weight counters for like that like kitchen size to figure out like how much everything weighs, or how much exactly I should put in amount. So yeah, sometimes it's just guesswork, you know, how much water to coffee, that kind of thing. At times. Enough of espresso for now, but not enough coffee for today. I think you'll have a coffee problem right now, buddy. You're asking for a lot of coffee. As Nick says, in something new for your coffee corner. It's a simple milk heater you can use to make cappuccinos. After all, we don't want to get bored making the same drink every time, right? Okay, so we're gonna make a cappuccino. Grab a big cup to make your usual espresso and add more heated milk to it. Okay. There we go. And we have a cappuccino. Okay. Delicious. Definitely worth a few more coins than your regular espresso. I mean, you put more into it, so yes. Now, it's not exactly how they make cappuccinos, but we're working with what we've got for now. Alright, about your coins. You can actually buy some new decorations for your cafe yourself. I suggested saving up a bit more before starting to buy decor. Reach level 4, okay. I'm gonna do the faster way because I think it's more XP, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's more XP that way. So, cappuccino it is. Hey, new items. Oh, those are some nice chairs. Okay. Now in your inventory, we'll be able to find the shop tab. I'll expand it with time and experience, so keep an eye out for new additions. Have you thought about your decor style of preference already? I'm open to different. Cute and cozy all the way. Why not? Got it. I'll let the carpenter know. He often has new furniture and decor. Oh, I think my friend should be free now. Should be thrilled to meet you. She's the one I learned about you in the first place. Hopefully we'll make more decor by then. She gets picky about these things, even if she doesn't like to admit it. I'll even her right over. Okay. Let's redecorate for a bit. I feel like I want to put these here. I think these make more sense here. Kind of like bar stools, but not really bar stools. And just keep... the positioning sometimes annoys me because it doesn't feel like it's like on the same pixel perfect position. Alright, that's just me being a bit nitpicky. Okay, free cappuccinos. Let's see if there's anything odd. Yeah, now I'm also a bit like doing a bit of stress testing. I'm curious if there's anything that just feels wonky. Okay. Yeah, aside from this thing, which is kind of, yeah, it's a bit a bit too much. I don't think I've seen yeah, there's some like finicky things here and there so far from what I've tried of it. Oh yeah, sure, let's make some more coffee. I guess I'm making more for myself. Sure, I guess. I guess there's nobody to stop me to make more coffee for no reason. There we go. Oh, those were like the coins? What was that? I saw like a thing appear. Sure. Oh, I'm guessing these are like the orders? Why I have this like placed here? At the very least, that's my guess of it. Espresso big cup. Hey, I can make a latte. Nice. We're back. I want you to meet Layla. She's an amazing baker and a dear friend. Hi there, nice to meet you. I'm thrilled to see a new face around here. We don't get many new friends, so this is exciting. Fluffy is the one of the few friends I have here. Bakers. I do love me some pastries. I specialize in making all kinds of pastries. I mean, that's not necessarily specialization, I guess, but fair enough. My favorite is making a classic apple pie. Maybe I can make a bigger one someday. But here's another treat for you right now. I thought you might enjoy adding some flair to your coffee. Just like we do to our baked goods. Okay? I guess you already know how to make a cappuccino. You only need to add some art to it and voila, a latte. I mean, technically, that's not just the thing. Latte, because of its name, means it has more milk to coffee ratio compared to a cappuccino. Cappuccino has the coffee ratio is a bit smaller, coffee to milk ratio, while the ratio of milk to coffee in a latte is higher because it's in the name, latte milk. It's not just the art. Yeah, art is to make it fancy. Ooh, I can choose a design. He's a baker. I'll go with a swirly because kind of I forgot like what those like swirly pastries look like are called, but I'll go with that one. Isn't it pretty? Maybe a couple more with different art this time. Okay, 2 lattes and a cappuccino. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Pick cup, make the coffee. Add the milk. Let's go with the heart. Why not? It's a classic. 1, 2, 3. We brew this. Add the milk. Brew that. And not sure exactly what this like. I guess it represents like a flower or something. I have no clue. I'm not too in the know in the coffee art. I have no idea. Okay, we have some plants. Of course, we have cacti. Wow, you're quick. While you were at it, I took a look around and realized this place could use a bit more greenery. Luckily, I brought some small plants for you. Feel free to place them around and use them to decorate the tables. Okay. We can do that. I'm not gonna put a cactus on the table. That's kind of weird. Let's go with a small plant. When you place plants and decoration on tables, you can move the entire table with them. Actually, that's convenient. Just be sure to handle everything with care and avoid dropping anything. Yeah. Oh. There's another bug. Apparently, somehow, the movement still gets enabled. Oops. I think I'm gonna have the cactus. I saw that. Yeah, I see that. Placement of it is a bit weird sometimes. It goes under the sprite. But it's fine. We place one here. Let's have like a nice plant over here. And this cactus, I guess over here. I don't know. Now I'm gonna put it on the working table. Yeah, let's put it in this corner. Let's get out of the... Immediately feels cozier. A cafe without some cute plants makes me feel like something is missing. By the way, I hope Topi already told you about the bean sorting. Bean sorting? No, he didn't. Oh, he didn't? To make the best coffee, it's important to check the beans quality every now and then. You simply need to pick out the good ones. We're expecting some little creatures to visit soon, and we need to make sure they don't cause a mess. They always come for the smell of coffee, so treat them like customers. Someone spilled a bucket of coffee outside and they've probably been addicted ever since. What are they exactly? Those are called forest sprites. They're harmless creatures of the woods. They often visit a place where they sense a connection in some way. Well, you'll see them around, so let's hope the beans are sorted by then. Okay, return to your usually coffee making spot to sort out the beans. As is, I only keep the brown ones, okay? How do I... Oh. I clicked the good ones. I thought I had to click the bad ones. The creature and beans kind of slipped out of my mind completely. Better make a few extra cups before they start wandering in. And I should probably get a snack. Can't think of it on an empty stomach. Okay, cappuccino, espresso, latte. Okay, we can do that. 1, 2, 3. Now a normal espresso. 1, 2, 3. Boom. You know, toffee is also the reason we have no dancing with coffee cups rule. Okay. Why is that a thing? Let's just say coffee and toffee don't mix well despite his name. Hey now, that was one time. I was just trying to add a little flair to our coffee breaks. I see. Okay. Let's have a moon one. Latte. Okay, so I guess after a few rounds I need to sort out the beans. I guess that's the idea. Okay, another latte. And let's do the cat one. And now an espresso. Keep it simple. Okay, and another one. Oh, got the cup. There we go. Hey, new chairs and I gave you little steps around. But don't forget to follow the order list so they can get what you want and don't throw one of their little tantrums. Oh, these are the sprites. I saw them before. Oh, that's quite a lot of them. Also, can I don't think I have the materials. Okay, fair enough. There, so an espresso, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. I mean, yeah, I understand at this point it's still a playtest, so there's not like a lot to go around. It's fine. It's just mostly to kind of be here to give you an idea. Let's go with the moon. Okay. For this one, let's go with a swirly. Now an espresso. Now another latte. This one, I think it's supposed to be a sprite, maybe? That latte art. Oops, got to put a coffee. Maybe. Let's go with a swirl. It's a classic one. Ooh. Wall menu sign decor, standing menu sign. Cafe counter. Ooh, nice. Oh, seems like you received a package at the door. I think it's, I know who it's from. Okay. Ooh. Hey, that's some decor. Nice. I don't trust surprise packages from Iroh, but he's a bit of a prankster, so don't be fooled by his looks when you meet him. Looks like you're safe this time. Feel free to keep working. We can tell you a bit more about him in the meantime. Okay, but I do want to add some decor here. 1 second. Oh, this looks a lot nicer. I like this. I'm keeping this one. And oh, I cannot rotate this. Okay, where should I put it? I think I'm gonna have one here and another one. Why not here? And we can exit. Yeah, it looks a lot cozier already. Oh, oh, nice detail. You can also see it in the view. Okay, so cappuccino. Fair enough. 1, 2, 3. I know this should be only like a visual thing. Let's see. Is there something different because of the visual change? Oops, sorry buds. I didn't realize I could actually move them around. It's kind of cool. Angry Joe is playing 7 Days to Die. I am familiar with the game, yes. I think I had some friends that, yeah, it's only the same issue. I think I played it with some friends like a long time ago. Not my kind of thing, mostly because I kind of fell out of the survival game genre, mostly. It's hard for me to kind of keep up with it. To me, all of them kind of feel same-ish and don't necessarily get me engaged. I'm very, like, you know, goal-focused, I guess, with survival games in recent times, and it's hard to keep myself interested, and I feel like there's no goal that it, to me, feels worthwhile. And I don't know, with 7 Days to Die, just the concept didn't, like, ring out with me. It finally, it's finally got his release after 12 years. Also, yeah, that was another gripe of mine, which is why I kind of haven't really kept up with it, because it annoyed me for how long it's been in early access. And but hey, props to them for releasing a version 1.1 at this point. No matter how I feel about a game, I'm still glad the game gets its release and its full version release. You know, that it kind of, because every game deserves at the very least to get to that statement. Yeah, it's a 12-man team. It's fair. I'm not in any way like judging that, you know, it's slow release. In many cases it can be understandable, especially if a team is that too big. And no, it just kind of fell out of it because of I don't know, to me, for the longest time, the game didn't really feel different, even maybe with some of the updates and improvements, at the very least at the time when I was playing it. Now, of course, now that it got released, and I'm sure it's different than what I've played, so who knows, maybe I'll keep an eye on it and see. Iroh's been around forever, and he's full of stories from the old days. One of the stories is probably the time he put fake snakes in my boot. Nearly jumped out of my skin. Puffy is just easy to trick. But despite Iroh's jokes, he's got a heart of gold. Iroh has an incredible knack for knowing exactly what people need. No wonder he was chosen as the leader. Okay, interesting. So this, what are you, kind of like this weird ass like village tribe that also has like a coffee shop? I'm not sure if I should think about the logistics of this game too much. But yeah, with 7 Days, I don't know, it just at the time when I was playing it, it didn't feel like whatever they were bringing was enough to kind of keep me on it, and I kind of lost interest. I'll look into it, maybe see if there's something that appeals to me. But now again, as I mentioned, it kind of comes to the point where, you know, the whole like survival game genre thing is, to me, personally, it feels like it got overplayed really quick, even in the kind of horror side of it. You know, even with the Forest and the 7 Days, and there's some other ones, Daisy likes and that kind of thing. I don't know. I played Ark also for a bit. Like I kind of get into it. I play, do the progression, do the things for a while, but after a point, that's kind of it. It feels like it gets samey, or at the very least, I mean, that kind of progression loophole, and I feel like there's nothing in that sense. It is a 100% co-op game, in my opinion. Solo is not that fun. Yeah, that's also. But even in co-ops, at times I've kind of lost interest with it. Of course, co-op makes it better, because in my opinion, certain games can get a lot better just with co-op, simply because you're banting with your friends and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it helps out. But in my opinion, if the game is not built around that kind of bants and it's simply just your friends messing around, not the game somehow enforcing that in a way, it's not really props to the game. It's just props that you have good friends that can make any meh experience into an enjoyable one. Because yes, there are some games where they kind of embrace that idea of, hey, here have these mechanics and have joke around with each other and have fun. But there are some others where that's not even the intention. It's just maybe janky in its own way or some other thing. What else did people say when drinking together? Like the American cheers. If you're talking about me specifically, we basically have Norok, which basically means good luck. It's literally that. It's our way of saying. That's our cheers. As we say around here. Norok. It's N-O-R-O-C. It means good luck. Yeah, that way. To be fair, I was kind of pronouncing it a bit in English because my brain is like that. It's Norok. Norok. That's how you pronounce it. That's the phonetic of it. We say Kipis? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing. Does it mean something, or is it kind of like a? Because that's kind of the close enough. Fair enough. I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take a close enough. It's kind of just word. Fair. I think there was like another one. I mean, sometimes we say just kind of. Not really. Sometimes, but it's a rare one. We sometimes say something like you know, kind of like to good health, that kind of thing. We have like also a way of saying that. It's not like I mean, it's basically to good wealth. There is kind of like a one-word sentence form of it. Or hey, in some cases we just simply say happy birthday. If the occasion calls for it, of course. We're not just saying randomly. But yeah, also there's also to good health. It's another one that we have. Is that basically that's the meaning of it. But it's a bit more rarely used. Norok is kind of the more obvious one. Of course, there is the word like. I'm not even gonna. I'm seeing letters there that I've never seen them in my life, so I'm not even gonna. But it's not used often, so it seems old-fashioned. Try it. Okay, so let me just fucking look at it again. Kolokin, I think. I'm not sure how should I pronounce that. Oh, I do not know. I'm approaching it with English kind of perspective, because that's the only other language I know. I have no idea. And also it technically repeats itself, because I just noticed it's basically two words slapped together, the same word slapped together. Think Romanian. Okay. Holokin. I mean, I'm literally pronouncing it in Romanian or Russian. Fuck. I'm thinking it's Slavic. Slavic way I do not. I'm not sure Slavic how, because we don't have that O, so I'm not sure how it should be pronounced. And KYN, it's not really a phonetic we have. Y, we don't really use it. And we have very few words that use Y. And K, it's kind of similar. and that's a lot more Slavic, and it's not something we kind of, because we are, our phonetics do not really go, because the K is kind of like a key, which is we have our own phonetic group for it. It's CHI. I think that's not really Slavic, but yeah, I know it's not really Slavic, but I can't give you like a Slavic approximation of it, just because we don't do that here. Like, yes, we have words that are obviously Slavic, and we pronounce it pretty close to actual Slavic, if not even almost one-to-one, but so yeah, I have no idea on that respect how exactly. Also, my so more like Bulgarian, that doesn't help me. Even though I have a Bulgarian friend, that doesn't help me. I cannot. He told me some words that back in the day, but I don't remember them. To be fair, they're not good. They're not words I think I should be saying them live. They're not PG words. Although I know for a fact a lot of the let's say ways of saying people to fuck off has something to do with horses a lot of the time. From what I remember, for some reason that's a thing for the Bulgarians. I don't know why. That's their thing, I guess. I know. Plus my brain is so kind of English brain that sometimes literally I have a hard time trying to pronounce things that I feel like I should pronounce them like a Romanian that would pronounce things brokenly would do, because I focus myself too much in pronouncing phonetics as close to correct as possible, to the correct pronunciation as possible. Yeah, sometimes my accent can slip up, and not much self-control, but hey. That's also like another thing that is an issue. Go. Yeah, sometimes I even have a hard time to actually speak in a way that sounds like I have a Eastern European accent, or like at the very least a more heavily pronounced one, kind of the stereotypical one. Even I have a hard time even trying to do that. And I know for a fact, because at the very least I have this vague backup character idea for like our World of Darkness like live sessions for like a very obviously Eastern European vampire. I even said like, because yeah, Damien got turned into a vampire because story reasons. But if I would have made a vampire from scratch in Vampire the Masquerade, I would have of course first and foremost would have gone with a dead to goddamn rights, like Romanian ass vampire, and I would have made an effort to try and speak a kind of a broken Eastern European accent kind of way. And I still have that kind of idea in the back burner. I just don't know exactly how to currently implement that character in our current campaign. It's a bit considering how derailed it got, and from what I've heard, the first episode of season 2 that's gonna be on Sunday, it's gonna start really well. It's gonna start nice. I haven't been given too many details. I've just been told like, yeah, you should be prepared. Some people are gonna have some experiences, and I don't think it refers to me. I hope. Yeah, similar. To be fair, in my case, my brain is kind of mixed. It's bilingual. It's been like that from since I was a wee little child. Since even before I was able to master English to the level I have right now. I've always been like kind of bilingual, and I don't know, I easily transition between it, but it kind of melded into one thing, basically. In where sometimes I'm using certain grammatical rules from one place into another and that kind of a thing, but somehow I'm able to kind of coherently stitch together sentences and words that we use both languages as correctly as possible. But I've met people. I think I've had like a co-worker. She's actually half Italian, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So she also knows Italian, English, and Romanian. And literally, I think, oh yeah, because at the time she was part of my TTRPG group that I was running. I was doing some D&D sessions, and usually, for those who know me, for my group then, which was basically mostly Romanian group, my of the DMing was basically, I was kind of talking in both languages, so I kind of quickly always jumped from one to another, and literally she told me like, I'm fine. Use either using English or Romanian while you're DMing, but please pick a lane, stick to one, like fully say one sentence in one thing, because it's hard for me to switch from one to another. Because yeah, for some people I've heard it's kind of a hard to switch. It's kind of like literally, it's kind of like a hard switch where it's once you're in that mentality, it's kind of hard to go into the other one. In my case, I can easily kind of paddle both and go from one to another, but because of it, I kind of meld them together at this point. It's hard to focus myself into one and then jump into the other. That's why I have a hard time to actually emphasize an accent. It's like I have to reboot my brain when switching. Yeah, I think I've heard some people kind of have that kind of explanation as well. In my case, I have both. I can just quickly switch between them. I could not even switch. They run equally in my brain at the same time. And that could also be my ADHD part of it, the kind of thing where I can easily just jump between them. I hope I'll add even more plants around. Is it? Yeah, I keep them both stored in my RAM so I can easily swap. Oh my god, literally, that's what ADHD is. We just have more RAM capacity. Literally, we can have we can multitask a lot easier because we have more RAM. We have a 36 gig machine while other people out there are just still running with 8 gigs. I have to change the whole computer. God damn it. Also, I see we're in a quick ad break, so I'm also gonna take a short break and be right back after that so we don't get interrupted. So yeah, be right back. Alright, there we go. The ad break is over. New Alien movie, okay. I haven't been much of an Alien guy, to be honest. I don't think have I watched any of the Alien stuff? Maybe I've watched some of the OG ones, but I don't remember. Maybe, when I was a lot younger. Yeah, there's other stuff that I don't really do. I don't have because I know I have some friends that do this, but I've never done it. I think I've watched like the trilogy once, and that was it. Like the annual trilogy of X franchise. I know I have some friends who do that with like Lord of the Rings and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. I've never been on that band who I kind of just keeping that kind of a tradition of keeping with certain IPs, or even if they're like really good. To sort of out, my brain is too scattered at times to keep with such things. Anyhow, there is never enough for you, but they're so fun to keep around. Reach level 10, and that's the end of the playtest. I see. Okay, so that was kind of. I mean, we extended it to like an hour, so that's fine, I guess. Not that bad of a thing. Well. Sure thing, let's make an espresso. I was about to say espresso again, god damn it. I'm really sorry for the Italians out there. I don't know why, sometimes it's just involuntary. Okay. Let's make the moon one. You know that some plants can be crossed to create entirely new varieties? Yeah? Just imagine having a little greenhouse where you could do that. You just be mad scientist about it and start creating plants. It might be too early to talk about it now. I don't know, but I'd be happy to help you set it up for you in the future. I mean, the house around here is quite a greenhouse, to be honest. My house, not necessarily full-on greenhouse, but hey, at times it feels like it. Just because that's kind of it's a bit of a family business around here, which is why. But yeah, it would be like that. A lot of flowers and a lot of plants around here. I think it's nice. It's nice to have some greenery. The kind of green that I would like at some point in my own place, that kind of thing. I would like some carnivorous plants. I would like those kind of like mosquito plants. I really like it. I think they're cool. I feel like they're weird to maintain or something of the sorts, but I don't know. I personally think they're neat, and I'm willing to take the responsibility of actually taking care of them properly if they need to have some sort of preparation. It'd be nice to see if even more decorations around. And I'm sure others are curious to see how you manage to decorate the cafe with the items available. But let me guess, by the end of the playtest I get access to the to more to some more like decorations, I'm guessing. Oops. I put the milk. I don't know why I went for the coffee. Let's do the Sprite one. There we go. Also, I never jumped back into the bean counting thing. Like, okay, it just happened twice and that was it. Not sure if it's a random generating thing or not. Maybe it is. I have no idea. I was also thinking maybe do a run where I mess up some orders, because I'm curious what happens if you mess them up. It's not that complicated. There's no like time pressure or anything of the sorts to kind of feel you that, you know, hey, you have to do this on the fly and somehow mess up the orders while you do it. And I'm not sure that this is the right game to do that sort of a thing, because it's the whole point of the game is to be kind of a cozy sim game. New build mode items. Oh, look at this two bean carpets. Oh, and I just got triggered the bean counter randomizer. I like the way you're making this cafe feel alive again. We've been really missing this place since the last owner left. There's still more to do, especially upstairs. Plus, there's more friends around here you should meet. They'll just be as excited to lend a hand as we are. For now, we need to go finish our own tasks. Sorry for not being able to hang out more this time. See you later. It was fun. Hope to see you again. End of note. Thank you for playing this first test version of Tailside. I hope you've enjoyed your coffee break time in Tailside and exploring the early stages of our new adventure. Your support means a lot as Tailside continues to shape and improve based on your feedback. If you like what you've experienced so far, stay connected for more playtests and game updates. As a special shout out to around 240 cups of coffee consumed during the making of this version. Okay, ooh. Coffee beans dev. So yeah, go ahead. I would say yeah, go ahead if what I've seen so far. Of course, it's still at its early stages. It's quite evident that I think there's still a lot more to go with this game. Go ahead and have it a wishlist on Steam. Who knows? Maybe you'll get access to some playtest after that as well in some future. I'm not sure for how long this playtest should be around. I think it was put to a vote. I'm not sure if there's been any conclusions because I've looked at the Discord. Another thing, on the Steam page you'll also have a link to the Discord server where you can get more of the updates, and you also get access to see like cool like work in progress art, some changes, what changes are happening in the game. If there's some discussion stuff, there's even some like occasional like server activity things that I've seen here and there, like coffee and tea making and that kind of fun thing, you know, kind of in the vibes of the game. You know, I think there's like an animal corner type thing where you can show some things. So yeah, that's nice. And of course there are some socials. The developer has basically it's mostly around Twitter at coffeebeansdev. That's their handle. I think there's also they also have a Blue Sky one. I think I've tagged them on Blue Sky as well. I just don't know if they use it too often. And of course there's an Instagram and email, but hey, you get that info also on the page as well. I wonder, do we get access to? No, we do not. We just been told that hey, this is the stuff we can change. There's a main menu. There's a wish list. Oh, we got the randomizer. Okay, I'm curious, what happens if we make a wrong order? Because I'm guessing this is now in an endless mode. Wrong order. Something happened? Hey there, buddy. How you? Adrian, I am drunk. Oh boy, did it hit you? Did the drink? Did the drinks now finally have their effect? Yeah. Yeah, I know the pain. I know the struggle. Be like, ah, yes, I'm totally fine. I've drank like I don't know, a row of cups or whatever, or glasses. I'm fine. No worries. 2-3 hours later, after you stop drinking, oh no, what have I done? Because I think it happened to me once. I think I remember one time, and this was like during like the pandemic in 2020. I was still in the UK. I decided to 4 glasses and 4 shots. Yeah, that could be a killer. Yeah, 4 glasses. I think it was like still in the pandemic. Yeah, in 2 hours. Yeah. It was like, yeah, it was around like Christmas time. I decided to not go home because it's kind of a pain to find any kind of plane to fly. I wasn't really able to find flights, and I at the same time thought it wasn't necessarily a safe thing to do to kind of fly out and during the pandemic and just visit the family, especially because I would have been locked down for like a week or 2 anyways. So I didn't want to deal with that kind of hassle. So I decided like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here, and we're gonna have a Zoom kind of family call, you know, kind of, you know, Christmas dinner or like lunch or something of the sort. Anyhow, we had one. Anyway, I was gifted at the time with like a bottle of like red wine. Anyway, we started chatting. For those who use Zoom or that kind of thing, for context, Zoom should have usually, although at the time from what I've heard in some cases it didn't, has this kind of like 1 hour timer where after 1 hour the call shuts down. I'm guessing for like server resource efficiency or something like that, but you can recall and that kind of thing. In our case, it didn't happen, and we stayed for like a few hours on the call discussing things, having a drink and refilling and having a drink. And by the end of it, because for context, I was on my own in the house, just me drinking with the family on a Zoom meeting, on a Zoom call. After we finished, I got up the table. I looked at the glass, at the bottle of the red wine. 3/4 of the bottle was gone in like 2 or 3 hours of me having a conversation with my family. I was like, I kind of looked at the glass. I was like, oh no. And just so you understand, it was straight out red wine. I didn't like water it down. I didn't drink water on the side or anything of the sorts. I just had red wine in my system. I looked at it, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be fun. I haven't had any more. I stopped there. And literally, like, I think it's similar to you. Like in 2 hours after that, I think I was in my bedroom. I was like, and hating my life. Because I was in that weird state where I was kind of a bit drunk and a bit sick, but not enough to be really sick. And I was like, and it was this kind of like constant state of I feel like shit. It was not fun. Hey, can you also, yeah, wrong size. You can also mess the cup this way. I do wonder if, I'm gonna make a few like wrong orders. I'm really curious if something happens after a few of them. Wrong order. I'll be like, well, I already fucked, let's make the most of it and go silly. Well, the thing is, I'm not really the type to kind of get drunk, especially just get drunk on my own, because for context, I was on my own in that department. I was not with nobody. It was just me. So like, be drunk for what reason? Like just for the sake of being drunk, that's not kind of my thing. I'm fine to get buzzed here and there from time to time, and at times I have the craving of just having a drink, but on my own, nah, I'm more of a social drinker, as I mentioned before. I feel the need, or I feel like I'm comfortable, you know, with kind of more heavily drinking while I'm with others, because I feel like, I don't know, the atmosphere and that kind of thing make it, add to the enjoyment. On my own, if I drink just, you know, for the enjoyment of the drink, and that means that I don't drink a lot. I drink just a few, maybe like a few glasses here and there, and that's it. Like for example, I'm a whiskey drinker, and I maybe make like 1 or 2 like whiskeys, you know, old fashions or something of the sorts, like maybe in one night, and that's it. I'm not going more than that. It can depend. Sweet at 95%. Oh, nice. Hey there, Winter. How's it going? Appreciate you checking in. Can I make a double? Actually, I'm really curious. No, I cannot. I'm fine. Just checking out this playtest version of the game. It's Tailside, a cozy cafe sim. Sorry, I'm messing the title. It's basically this kind of sim game where you just manage a coffee shop, and you know, just also like this anthropomorphic like fox creature dude. I'm not sure, like they. I'm just gonna say they. I have no idea. I don't think it was mentioned in the Discord. I think maybe I could be wrong. It was not clarified. It's you. You're the protagonist. I think. Identify in whatever form you feel comfortable with it. It's at the end of the day you're playing as them. But I don't think anything happens if I make any more wrong orders, because that's kind of what I was testing it so far. Because I am at the end of the playtest. It was like I was told I was like a 20 minutes. I was able to kind of just by chatting and having other shit. I think I've extended to like an hour. But yeah, it's a fun game. I think it's neat. Let's see if I make it into a latte. There we go. Wrong order. Nice. Well, I've been at a friend's house and gaming on one of his microphones. Oh, that's nice, with some friends. And I'm messing with them all day. Ah, that's fun. That's sounds like a good old time, grand time. Ah, shit, my hair, hair elastic just fell off. Got it. That's not like a nice experience. Okay, let's make another wrong one for good luck. I don't know if anything is gonna happen. Nah. Yeah, mods where you can pick things up, so I move their spawners around. Ah, nice. I see that kind of shenanigans. Which, yeah, that still reminds me, because as I was checking the SMP server yesterday, and I was looking around at everybody's houses and, you know, like, and what they were doing. When I got to Robe's section, they just took the house and left. It's literally, you see the cutout of where the house was, and it's no longer there. So I was like, what the hell happened? Where did they go? And I have no idea. I think they mentioned it at some point, that something about moving out, but I didn't expect them to literally grab the house and leave. Because I'm guessing also all the mods 9 has something similar, where you can just grab like an entire chunk of a thing and just move it around. I'm debating if I want to go fight their villagers or not. Oh boy, that's gonna be an experience. But yeah, I think that was been a fun, nice experience. I do enjoy the game. Yeah, it's a bit short-lived overall. I mean, it was just a quick playtest to kind of get an idea and get the vibe of it. But I do like it. It's fun. But I'm not gonna say, because I don't know, it still feels very much in the. I'm not a monster, so I didn't steal their dogs. Good, good at the very least. At the very least, that. But hey, I think overall being kind of like a game, probably just more about like, hey, self-expression, because you know you can design, decorate, that kind of a thing. Although I would have loved if you would have gotten access at the very least to these decorations as well, and not just you know. Oh, huh. I can slide around things. Let me see it. Can I click things weirdly? That's a weird thing. And their dog is literally in their basement. Oh. The papa should not be there. The papa should be outside enjoying life. Yeah, there's some things here and there I think that could use a bit of polish. I mean, yeah, of course, this is kind of, I think, the most obvious, kind of evident bug. I mean, it's more of a boundary thing. It's not that big of a deal as an issue. Literally, if you set the boundary here where it should have been, with the rest of the things placed, it would have been fine. It's probably just a small oversight of the developer, which is fine, not that big of a deal. Yeah, with how many mobs they have, mobs that spawn, yeah, the dog is safer inside now. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think the first thing that I would say would like a bit different. First, yeah, maybe when they first started introducing you with how to handle this. A good trick in case you don't necessarily want to have like text that or like pop-ups that tell you like, you know, word for word which step is each. You could organize these in the order of operation. So, you know, the list of, you know, ingredients, like the coffee bean should have been like it's the first thing like placed here. The grinder would be the next thing. The cups would have probably been the next thing next to them, and then the coffee pots and mocha, because basically this should be, because, you know, you put this, you do the grinder, then you have to put a cup in order to start brewing, because after brewing it automatically is placed in the cup, which is why you need the cup first. So yeah, to kind of not make this confusing, I would have probably made sure that at the very least the way they are placed in the order would have made would have helped out without actually hinting in what exactly you needed to do first. Because yeah, look, this is placed as the last thing because it's the latte art. So, you know, you put this, you made this, you add, and that's it. You made the latte. So on this end, the order is fine. Here, I think with a bit of adjustment could have made a bit more helpful. Also, yes, I will hydrate. I noticed that. I just wanted to finish my thoughts so I don't get interrupted. Don't worry. Thank you for the redeem. There we go. And yes, it is water, don't you worry. Even though this is a coffee sim game, I've drank my coffee before I started, so there is no coffee left around here. I'm not gonna make a third one because it's you know, the time between them, it's a bit too short, and nah, I'm not. And also, it's kind of late here, so I don't necessarily want to also energize myself in that much. Also, so that would be kind of the first thing I would say. Another thing, but again, this is kind of more of a nitpick. Sometimes the placement of this of the furniture doesn't feel like it's positioned. Yeah, because it's placed slightly down. It's kind of shifted like a few pixels, and I would appreciate to kind of have this the way it's placed, how I view it, you know, in the preview, not, you know, shifted down. So yeah, that would have been that's kind of like that's a small thing that could be done, because you know, having this kind of more you know, slightly isometric kind of top down, it's not like I can you know, make the mental visualization where exactly I should place the mouse after it's you know, put down. So, you know, but that's a small nitpick in my opinion. But yeah, the tail base from outer spawn that in that world, so the dog is safe. Oh, okay. But I'll go here in a moment. I'll see you later. Have a good stream. Yeah, I appreciate you being around here, Winter. Good luck with whatever you're doing. So yeah, that's kind of another thing I would say. Other than that, mechanically speaking, maybe having like some audio cues, for example, like, you know, if you're clicking something that should be in an wrong operation, maybe you can have like a very subtle, like, I don't know, like sound interaction, like sound pop up, like, hey, you're doing this in the wrong order or something of the sorts. Also, what happened there? I just noticed that. I'm not sure if I can I recreate it? Don't think I can. Okay, I don't feel like getting shit-faced, so I think I'll head to bed now. Yeah, that's totally fair. I understand, fella. Have a good rest of your night, and take care. So yeah, that's another thing that I would probably mention. Not sure if there's anything else I would offer. Yeah, bye, bye. Take care. Aside from that, I mean, as much, I mean, yeah, I think there was like, I'm not sure exactly how I triggered that weird bug where they also started moving while I was in this builder view mode. Oh! Now that... Now that makes a more sense. I didn't know there was a buy tab. Yeah, probably should have made some icons or something of the sorts of this is your inventory and this is your buy tab, because I don't think the game clearly mentioned it. So yep, that is like a thing. That would have been good to know. Because yeah, I mean, we could decorate a bit. Anything that I'm missing? I took the plant. Oh, that's a bit... That kind of hurt my eyes. It's a bit too bright even for my own liking. I kind of like the hardwood floor. And yeah, that hurt me for a bit. I feel like I got flashbanged. Holy fuck. So I got the green chairs. Sure, I'll also take the brown ones. Let's see where to place this. Let's have it here kind of as a... Could we have it kind of as an entryway? Yeah, we could. Have it here kind of the... Oh, I cannot rotate it. Okay, fair enough. Why not? Let's have a bit of a fun time here. Let's have this kind of corner plant here. And have another one here. While we are at it. Would the brown ones look a lot better? Kind of like the brown counters. Kind of sad there's no other table. Oh no, there is a different table version. I just need to make a bit more money. That's the only thing. But yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's kind of another concern of mine. Yeah, they should probably added like an icon or something to make it obvious that hey, there's a different buy tab. You don't buy it from the same screen that you play that you have them. You keep them in your inventory. Maybe they mentioned it in the text and I just missed it out. Somehow I didn't fully register. Because yeah, aside from that, these are fine. Not sure if I've noticed anything else that felt to me like it's kind of like an immediate thing that, or not necessarily immediate, but clearly a thing that maybe should be kept in mind in the future with future playtests. Like at the very least, make sure that some of the other existing features that you've added are well known that they're available there. Because I remember I saw some people who already kind of played a bit of the playtest and seen a bit of it that they were placing different types of furniture. So I was like really confused why I was unlocking all this furniture but I didn't have any of it. Because I didn't like fully seen how they got it or anything of sorts. I just seen like small like gifs or clips of it. So yeah, that's one thing. Like this side of like the coffee making, overall aside from that mention where they should have probably make somehow the order is known clearly, the process at the beginning, because I was like really confused. Most of that after that is kind of fine. I like that, you know, maybe some audio hints here and there that maybe you're using a different order, you know, here, you know, it's mentioning the and doing like different ones. That kind of a thing. Can I I'm curious, can I overfill the small cup? No, I cannot. The game does not allow me. Nah. And I cannot put multiple cups. Fair enough. But yeah, I think aside from this, I don't know if there's anything else I would like to mentioning, I haven't kept full eyes on the Discord, so I'm not sure exactly, because I'm not gonna start suggesting, because obviously it's still at its beginning, so I'm not gonna start like suggesting like, hey, you should have this thing, you should have this thing, because I'm pretty sure that they have like ideas on how exactly they want to expand it. So I would like to see something a bit more involved and put together, because yeah, we've seen a few of the characters and a few of the things that you'll probably have to encounter in the game already. You know, there's like this kind of like small RPG-ish level system. Maybe it'd be neat if this level system can also allow you to unlock some other things. I'm guessing they are planning that as well. You know, it's not just for you to unlock new decoration. Maybe you could have, I don't know, some aspects of the cafe, or you know, what actually you get access to, you know, here, and to make coffee stuff, and maybe, you know, you branch out into certain things or get certain hardware, I guess you could call it, or like upgrades for the shop that offer you more things, more rewards, and well, at least I don't know, because maybe you can appeal to certain types. You know, those who kind of like a bit more self-expression. Maybe you can. There could be some ways to upgrade yourself and to advance into some things that will allow you to have more like self-expression around the shop. You know, maybe somehow through that you can unlock you know, more decorations. I'm guessing, because considering that there are also multiple characters, you know, having some ways to kind of have build up like, you know, relationship with the characters, and that can also allow you to unlock new things. Maybe because they mentioned like a carpenter character, maybe that way somehow, like, you know, investing with in that character with the cafe will allow you to more varied customization. You know, there is a Bonnie character. Maybe investing with her can offer you having some this kind of like a side, you know, snack pastry kind of part of the cafe aside from just the coffee. I think that some of these things are already thought out. So that's more into kind of the money making, and maybe it can allow you into obtaining some other things. So, you know, kind of helping you be more efficient. With the self-expression, there could be also characters or other things in some way you can advance, where maybe even the latte art is a bit more varied and can offer you some benefits. Who knows? Maybe that could also be another thing, depending on what kind of art you put in, or in what way you kind of customize the coffee. That can also have an impact. There are ways you can think about it, and of course, this is still at the beginning. I'm just spitting off things that come to mind right now. And you know, it's still in a really early state of the playtest, and this was just a small taster to get a feel of it. And yeah, it's fun. I haven't been the type to play a lot of sim games before. I've not done it too often, but I don't hate them. I see the appeal of them. You know, the self-expression, this kind of, you know, simple, relaxing kind of experience where you can, you know, just have this, do some things, maybe have something else in the background, or hey, if you're also like me and maybe stream around this game, you can have some chats and discussions while you're just you know, just keeping your other parts of your brain and, you know, and other stimuli occupied doing this. You know, it's a fun little game for, as mentioned here, for a quick coffee break where you can just play around for a bit, have a chill time, and leave and come back again. And because yeah, I don't see any reason, like even with the order stuff, like to be too consequential. Yeah, you can have some drawbacks and some consequences by making these orders wrong in the future, but I don't think like this is the type of game where it should be extremely punishing or should put a lot of pressure into you. Like another thing, I don't know if it's important to make the orders quickly enough. Maybe that could be an aspect for like special moments in the game. I don't know, depending on you can have that kind of thing. Consider that it's also I think advertised as slightly with some RPG-ish elements. You maybe can have some special events or special could be character related, could be related to other things where, you know, you might have this kind of these elements, but they are just temporary. They're not a thing that you have to deal with it constantly. Just for there in the moment, you'll be like, hey, you have to do this under a timer. You have to do something a bit more creative, anything all the sorts. So yeah, I would like that. I'm curious if the character itself would have any more like customization as well. Like maybe you can have some ways to also customize this character. Maybe that'd be neat. Just again, elements of self-expression. Like yeah, the default, I really like the designs, and you know, the designs of all the characters have been really fun. And what I've seen through the Discord there, I really like the style and the kind of, you know, kind of animal anthropomorphized, you know, kind of cutesy. I don't know, cutesy but welcoming, not necessarily cutesy in an exaggerated way. I also like kind of the sprite fellas. Although I do like that somehow I can move the sprite fellas, but they cannot. Okay, that's weird. I hope they're not stuck there forever. Yeah, I'm not sure if anything else to not necessarily complain, that to make kind of like an observation towards. Because I don't know, I'm not sure what else I could, you know, I could stress test in this game, because you know I tried to make a few wrong orders, tried to make some weird interactions. Like aside from this thing, that is the most obvious one I've seen. Oh, I see. Apparently, if I move and I activate the builder thing, I'm stuck in the sprint motion because it kind of freezes you in that. So that's a weird thing. Oh, I think I know what the issue is. Let's see. No? There was a way that I don't know. I started moving while I was in this this panel, and I'm not sure exactly because I was in behind the counter. Not sure how I started moving because of it. Maybe because I was interacting with one of the characters. Maybe that's why. And now, you know, because the characters are no longer around here, I have no way to see that. But I'm guessing that could have been the issue. Again, I'm not gonna be here to fully stream out and kind of recreate all the bugs and everything of the sorts. Yeah, currently there are like no settings. There is a bit of audio to the game, but I don't know. I don't think. Or maybe. Wait, let me just pause really quick. Yeah, there is. It's just really mute. Unfortunately, I have no settings to make this louder, and I'm not gonna make my system screechingly loud just to hear it. But yeah, it is there, which is nice. Okay, that could also be like, you know, if you are putting a bit more of the element of self-expression and progression, there are ways to add and improve to it, and in many facets, many aspects. You know, with the cafe, with the character, with the, you know how you're creating the coffee, and how exactly you can advance that part of it, the business progression as well, and how exactly you can want to express your business. That'd be also anything to kind of branch out or like specialize into things. Like maybe you have this kind of like, say, pastry side thing, maybe you have something else, maybe like a tea side thing. Maybe need to have this kind of, I'm not sure if necessarily like, you know, meaningful choices, or at the very least like the idea that you're heavily focused in one, but more in this idea that you have to start with one, and in order to be able to unlock the other one, you have to progress a bit more in order to unlock the other branch. It's basically kind of telling you which one could be the next thing you can approach and start looking into and investing, or that kind of a thing. Other ways of customizing, yeah, maybe even other elements of the game that would feel diegetic. A thing that kind of came to mind as I was kind of messing out with the audio right now to see if there's like some music to the game. Maybe that could be a thing. Have something like a kind of like a jukebox or something of the sorts, where you can change the background music, then, you know, kind of change the vibe and the style, or having kind of like or set up a playlist, that kind of a thing. That could be neat. You know, things that's just, you know, purely self-expression, with not necessarily, not all of them should have some consequences or some meaningful like results by the end of it. Some of them could just be simply like, I chose this because I vibe with it and I like it, and that's what I want out of this. So yeah, that would be another thing that can be focused on. Aside from that, but again, that's to be seen once more. I'm definitely gonna check out like other playtests. For anybody who somehow has this available, or at the very least wants to keep an update to it, yes, go ahead, wishes list. I don't think you can get more playtest access right now to it. I think they've been set out once and that was it. I'm not sure. I know there are some games that that on Steam that if you sign up for the playtest, they basically instantly give you access, no matter when exactly you signed up for. I've had some games like that, where even they don't necessarily have like a set day for like to roll out access. I'm not sure if the dev had anything of the sorts, but at the very least I would like to say keep an eye on it if this is the type of game that you enjoy. Like if you have like Stardew Valley type games, I would even say things like Coffee Talk, you know, those games as well, because it'd be neat if some, of course not the full elements of Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk is a different game in its own thing when it comes to, it's more of a game about the characters and their stories, and you know how you're interacting with them and seeing them kind of go through life and go through their own experiences, and kind of learn some things about them, because they also talk about like I've seen, because I watched some other streamers who played it. I think I watched Link and Joe having their Coffee Talk playthrough on Sundays, and you know. I think there was like one character who had like a really cool way of kind of having this kind of interesting parallel to kind of the trans experience, which I thought was really cool. There's some other ones who, you know, maybe something about more like about their relationships with other people, or you know, their own personal experiences, and you know, self-doubt and that kind of thing, which is a great way of doing, kind of being this, you know, barista that you're out there to hear people out and, you know, maybe give some advice, or just simply listening them out and just experience their life through serving coffee or some other forms of hot brews. Because I think it's not just coffee, you also have like chai and other sorts of teas and that kind of thing. But yeah, overall it's fun. Now, so yeah, I would recommend keep an eye out for it. Keep yourself updated. The link is still up there if you want to, you know, go ahead, wish us the game, check out, they have the page will also link you to a Discord to kind of keep yourself up to date. There's some fun stuff around there as well. I'm gonna keep an eye on it when other updates and other stuff rolls out. I'm gonna do this thing again, talk more about it, give my own opinions of it, that kind of a thing. I would like to check out more games in the future that are more new-ish and kind of this kind of playtest state, and kind of give my own feedback on it and my own opinions towards it and that kind of a thing, and you know, help you out there get you know, an informed opinion and what a game is about, and kind of decide that, hey, if it's something for you or not. Because you know, that's the cool thing about the industry. There are a lot of games for a lot of people that, you know, of course you can find something out there for yourself. Not everything has to be to your taste, but finding those things that are to your taste that's the great experience. So yeah, me being out here an outlet to kind of help you decide, I'm glad to be. I would be really glad to offer that, as you know, my tastes are really diverse, and I'm open to at the very least give a try something new from time to time, even if it might not necessarily be my cup of tea. Like, hey, if a friend right now, and I know for a fact that although they can't hear me because they are on I think they're with Karen right now, Ghost for example. I think if I were to mention to her, like, if she wants to mention like, hey, you want to do like an RTS stream, even though my RTSs are not my thing, I would say sure, why not? If you really want me to see how I suffer in those kind of games, go ahead, sure, we can play them. I think I mentioned it from sometimes, so I do hope I don't give her ideas. I hope she's not here hearing me doing mentioning such things to her, because oh boy, that's gonna be something. Oh, hey there, Pixel, how's it going? I saw you around. How you doing? I think you were like cause I checked out your stream a bit before I started. Yeah, I think you were doing like your work streams, you know, with the with rigging. So yeah, hi there, Raiders, how's it going? For anybody new here who does not know me, I am Agent Solve. I also go by card. Call me however you prefer. It does not bother me. I am a vampiric casino owner. I usually like to check out indies, talk from time to time about TTRPGs, and hey, check some games that I feel like are influential to the industry in some way or another. You know, maybe I just want to have a bit of fun or play some stuff with some friends, that kind of a thing. But yeah, today is more on the kind of indie side. I got access to a fun little game. I got a playtest access to this. To this game called Tailside, Cozy Cafe Sim, which is basically, it's a cafe sim game where you're just this little fox anthropomorphic little guy, and basically run run a coffee shop. Currently, I kind of finished the playtest. Don't worry, I'm still around for the stream, so I'm not gonna end it anytime soon, so anything of the sorts. Yeah, you're just basically here making some quick coffees, and just currently my only customers that are left are these like cute little like sprite fellas around here. So yeah, it's mostly a game so far from what the playtest offers you. It's again kind of just have here. You can have a few coffees. You can make like an espresso, a latte, and a cappuccino. You have this kind of like leveling system. Currently, there's not much to it aside from unlocking more customization for the cafe. You know, you have like different types of chairs, you know, different styles of, you know, like counters and flooring. Sorry if I flashbanged you. I keep the hardwood floor because it's a bit too bright, the tiled one, for my own liking at the very least. So yeah. But it's a neat little game. It's 20 minutes long because it's literally a first taster. It's their first playtest. So yeah, if it interests you and want to check out and get access to future playtests, or you know want to see what the game is gonna be about on release, I have the link to the Steam page pinned, so you go check it out. You can wishlist it. They also have a link on their Discord page, on the Steam store page. So, and they give you a lot of more updates there for like update art updates, and you know they show you some new aspects of the game. They also have like occasional do like community things, like which are like kind of like, I think they made like a coffee shop, a coffee creation challenge, that kind of a thing. Oh, and I think you also have like a tea variant for all the tea lovers. I think there's also like a pet corner if you like, you know, if you like to also check out pets while also having a coffee. And you know, keeps you updated with some of the other stuff about the game. You know, and also for those who have access to the playtest, there is also conversation there as to, you know, hey, have we found any bugs? Are there any suggestions how to make this game better? That sort of a thing. But yeah, also thank you for Pixel for the sub. I appreciate the support once again. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Also, just so I don't forget, I mentioned, for all of you who come from the raid, if you need to, you know, take a step back, have a break, you know, have something to drink, eat, need to take a stretch, need to go outside, need to rest, all that sort of good thing. Self-care is important, go ahead, do your thing. I appreciate the raid, I appreciate jumping in, saying hi, that's totally fine, but your own health is it's the priority. So take that in consideration. That's totally fine. You have to raid and dip. I understand. Yeah, because the thing is, for those who probably have seen this game, because I'm sure some others have seen it before. I know some peeps, some other VTuber friends who've checked this game. Because the dev, Coffee Bean, he's at Coffee Beans Dev on Twitter. Or X, however the fuck you want to call it. I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm dead naming it till it's buried to the fucking ground, because yeah, reasons. I don't like the changes on that website. But I still need to do it because marketing. Yay. But yeah, he kind of interacted with a lot of like streamers and VTubers and all that kind of peeps, and that's kind of how I also got access to it. So probably some of you have seen them around and promoting their game, and you know, hey, gotta go for that hustle. I understand it, and I'm glad that I was able to kind of be on their radar somehow in one way or another, and be able to kind of know of this and know of their playtest and be able to get an access to it and have some fun, have some quick fun, check it out, and that kind of sort. Of course, I'm hoping that there's gonna be more to it. Currently, it's really simple. It's just a taster to kind of get an idea of what this game is gonna be about. There was some other like fun, cozy characters that we interacted before. There was like a bunny girl character. There was this I'm not gonna say this what type of animal they are, because it was hard for me to figure out. I'm not gonna jump right now to assumption because I have no idea. Actually, let me just quickly go to the main menu, because I don't care if I lose the progress, because it's just a playtest. Yeah, developer note. Yeah, here's like Toffee, this kind of, I think Badger. Am I assuming it right? I think so. Also, this is kind of how you start with the cafe. This is kind of the whole thing with it. Yeah, also if you wanna see the whole coffee experience, you just put beans in the grinder, do this 3 times, put a cup, put a put the mocha, and there you go. You have an espresso. Espresso, my bad. Yeah, my first kind of complaint, right now I'm doing it easily just because I knew how to do it. It doesn't really tell you the order you should do some of these stuff, and it was a bit confusing. My quick suggestion about it was like, you know, put them in the order of execution, because the whole thing is you put the beans first, you put a grinder, then you have to put a coffee cup, because when you get the mocha, it auto-fills the cup. So you need to have the cup placed down, and because of how this kind of everything was bundled together, it wasn't really clear how exactly I should have make the order and what steps are what and what are automated or not. Because, you know, you could have also easily assumed that once the coffee is ready, you also have a step to put in the coffee. I didn't know what were steps and what were not steps. So that was the confusing thing. So my suggestion would have been to just simply put them in the order that you have to, you know, interact with them. You know, beans are first, which is the way they're positioned right now. It's fine. Then maybe they have the grinder, the next thing, then the cups, and then the pot. And that way, I think, at the very least, you would have had this kind of visual guide of how to put everything together. Oh yeah, it's a fun game. I would recommend to at the very least keep yourself updated. Of course, it's hard to say yes, play this game, because it's not a lot of it. But if you at the very least, with what it gives you, you wanna, you know, check it out, interact a bit with it. I don't have the builder mode yet, because I exited out and then lost the progress. Let me quickly make a few more just so I can get into the builder mode. Ah, there we go. Build items. So yeah, you have this kind of, you know, you get access to a few items afterwards, because you saw them, like some different types of chairs and tables and outlook. So at the very least, you also have this kind of open-ended, kind of endless mode once you finish the playtest, where you can just decorate the place however you feel like it. So at the very least, you have that to play around if you feel like, you know, doing some cafe decorations. I didn't jump too much into it because, you know, that's not necessarily my thing. I struggle with that in Minecraft already, to be honest. And, you know, consider that I am currently, that's kind of the last thing that has remained on the SMP that I need to do with the Haven. Just work on the house, work on the decorating the house, because the house is done. So yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking off a bit more until I kind of jump into the ad break, because I think after this, once the ad break rolls around and I take a quick break, I'm probably gonna switch games, because there's nothing else to check out with this playtest, and I said most of the stuff that I wanted to say, and I don't want to end on an early stream. I should have expected that the game would have been long. I don't know why I didn't plan for like a backup. I have no idea why I didn't think of it. Why would have I expected that this would have been a 4-hour long playtest? I have no clue. I'm still surprised I was able to kind of yap it off for like 2 hours at this point. But I think I'm gonna jump because I have nothing planned, probably into Minecraft, and continue, because I have not yet finished the stuff that I was doing yesterday with the house. So just probably do some quick SMP stuff. Actually, just out of curiosity, what is Charon and Ghost, they are still doing their league stuff right now. So yeah, I'm not gonna jump into that at the moment. That's fine. So I'm probably just gonna have a few more hours like of chill time with the Minecraft. I think I'm not sure what else to jump into. Make a break right now. That would have been also an idea. But currently for the weekend, if I remember correctly, the servers are shut down. I'm guessing for like some maintenance stuff, and they open up a bit later. I think it was something of the sort. So I'm not gonna jump into that, although that would have been fun as well. So yeah, I think some Minecraft. I'm not gonna jump into other indie stuff. But wow, I don't feel like it, even though today would have been that kind of a day to check out some more yeah, my brain, some more community related thing. Although on that discussion, because I just got a notification. Hi there, Soul, how's it going? Hope you're having a nice day, enjoying yourself. I saw a notification on Discord. Researchers of the Storm, the dev group that are basically have done this kind of like revival of Heroes of the Storm as a mod for StarCraft 2. They've just announced that they did a 1.1 update with some new hero changes. They added a new original like hero for the game and that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping with that update there is a bit more now activity with that game. So next week I can jump in and play a bit of that game, because the problem with that game is that it's built around the StarCraft 2 modding system, which means that any kind of matchmaking and queuing is done through custom lobbies. So there's no like active matchmaking, so you literally have to jump in either to an existing lobby or create your own custom one. And I don't have enough people to make a full lobby of 5v5 roster. So I was hoping that the community was still somewhat active in that mod to be able to have a full 5v5 at the very least game experience, at the very least one of them, because they did a really good job, and I was really surprised how I guess because of how some of the development works and because of some of the technical limitations, how the modding is done in StarCraft 2, it's not the most user-friendly experience. So I'm guessing that's why some people kind of dropped off from it. But yeah, I hope with this update there is a bit more there's a spike in activity and we can check it out next week. I'm not gonna jump into it now because I still need to do the updates and all that, and it's have not done them yet. So yeah, I think probably what the fuck, I had mentioned StarCraft. Minecraft is gonna be what I'm gonna jump off to now, just so it's a bit, we can still continue kind of the chill, discussion vibes type thing. And after that, probably end it, because my idea would have been also to kind of jump into, depending on what Charon would have been doing, I probably would have jumped with there, but Charon is still doing their leak stuff with the ghost, and I'm not playing that for two reasons. I'm not getting into that rabbit hole with League of Legends. Secondly, they're on a different server, on a different region server, and I'm not dealing with that kind of thing. I'm not suffering with that. So yeah, I'll let them do their thing. But yeah, you should also probably check out Charon, because currently they're doing their subathon, birthday stream. So if you want to see them continue the stream for a lot longer, go ahead and jump there and show some support. Don't worry, we're also gonna jump there afterwards. Hint, hint. To say hi to them, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm currently just now kind of yapping randomly and waiting for the ad break to jump in, so I can get out of this game, jump into Minecraft, and do some stuff there and continue there. But yeah, as I mentioned with this game, again, the pinned link to their Steam page is still there. If you want to keep yourself updated to the game, go ahead, do that. I think there is a potential. There is hopefully there's still a lot to be done with it, but I see potential in this game, and for those who like the kind of cozy sim kind of self-expression type games where you can build your own place, you kind of organize it and manage it the way you enjoy it and you like it, go ahead. This could be your next I don't know, cozy game that you can try out for a while and experiment with once it gets a more involved or complex state, because currently it's a bit simplistic, as I mentioned. I think you get like 3 types of coffees that you make as you kind of go through this playtest. You interact with like 2 characters, you get unlocked some progression. That's kind of it. Oh, and there we go, the ad break has jumped in, so I'm also gonna quickly take a break, switch to Minecraft, and I'll see you in a bit.